Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be another Throwback Thursday video. If you didn't see my last Throwback Thursday video, which was the first one in this series, I will link that up above so you can check it out because I'm going to talk about the products that I chose for my Throwback Thursday last month, how I did with those products, and then I'm going to cycle in another 5. So if you haven't seen this video before and you haven't gone back and watched the other one or you just forgot, it's sort of a shop my stash type of video, but just 5 different products, and it's not a project pan because the goal is not necessarily to hit pan on something or use something up, but it's just a way to give some extra attention to some products that need it in my collection. The way that I have my makeup set up on my vanity, I have all my stuff here. My vanity is, in front of me, and I have everything here, and I have some things in some drawers in my nightstand over here. So I don't have like a specific space to kind of put my everyday makeup. I just have everything in front of me. If at some point that changes, then maybe I would do more of a shop my stash type of deal. So I like the idea of this video because it's good to maybe focus on 5 products a month. I felt a little overwhelmed by doing another project pan at this point. Maybe I'll do another one, halfway through the year or something, because I'm doing pretty well with my project pan, I think. I think that this is a great way for me to not feel too overwhelmed with too many products to focus on, especially while I have my project pan products, but to still, pay a little extra attention to certain things in my collection that need it. So let's talk about the products from last month, and then we'll talk about the new products that I'm going to focus on for the month of April. And by the way, I'm actually filming this the beginning of April. You're going to see this maybe a few days into April, but just keep that in mind that this is going to be the whole month long. So I made sure to wear everything that was in my Throwback Thursday last month so that you can kind of see what they look like. The first one is this foundation from IT Cosmetics. It's technically a CC cream, but really I treat it as a foundation. It has the coverage of a foundation, as you can see. It's a really, really nice foundation. And what I mentioned about this one is that I do find that it works better for me when it's a little bit colder out, because I do have combo skin, leaning more towards the oily side in the summertime and leaning a little more dry in the wintertime. So this does work really nicely for me right now. We are in spring technically, but it certainly doesn't feel that way. So it is still pretty chilly here in St. Louis. So this is still working for me really nicely. You can see that even before this, honestly, you can see in last month's video, I'd still made some really good progress with this because I do love it. But I've even made more progress this past month. I have used this quite a bit. I've still been using other foundations, and especially the one that is in my project pan, but I definitely gave more attention to this one because I wouldn't mind using this up in the next month or two, because once it starts getting really warm out, then I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy wearing this one. The next one is this Hourglass powder. This is one of their ambient lighting powders in dim light. So this is one that I would use all over my face. And I mentioned that the reason why I forget to wear this is because it really isn't a setting powder. I know a lot of people use it that way, and you totally can. There's nothing wrong with that. It is a powder, but really it's meant to be a finishing powder. It's supposed to just add an extra touch and just make your face look really nice and glowy and pretty. So because I'm not setting my face with this, I do forget to sometimes put it on because it is a last step, and I very often am doing my makeup as quickly as I can. I don't always have a ton of time to play just because of my life as a mom, and so this gets forgotten. So I think that I did pretty well with this one. You can see what it looks like. It is, a little bit glowy, as you can see. It's not, it's not a matte setting powder. I did put it on my skin today. I think it looks nice. I've been enjoying, using it a little bit more. I'm going to continue to try and give it extra attention, even though it's not going to be in this month Throwback Thursday, because I thought about rolling this one over because I could have done better, but I think I still did okay. So I'm going to keep using this, but I'm not going to continue it into this month's Throwback Thursday. The next one is the eyeshadow quad that is on my eyes. This is the Chanel, it's the Four Ombres, I think is how it's pronounced. You can see right there. This is in 236 Tisse Fantaisie. I'll put it down below. This was a limited edition one. And that's, that's maybe one reason I don't use it, because it's not something that you can really get anymore, I don't think. It also just sits in a different spot than the other eyeshadow palettes that I have, because this is just sort of like a small quad, but it is beautiful. They're really unique shades, and this was, something special that I got when I was shopping with my mom. So I really do love this, and I wanted to give it a little more attention, and I think I did pretty well. You know, I definitely didn't pull for it every single day, but that wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. I just wanted to give it a little more attention, and I think I did a pretty good job with it. You know, you can't necessarily tell the progress just because of the, you know, that they're domed like that. And I didn't really expect to hit pan on these because I didn't use it every single day, but I still think that I did pretty well with this one. You can see I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and it's beautiful. It's very soft. You know, you can build these up and make them intense, but they're not necessarily supposed to be like bam in your face. You know, it is Chanel, but they are beautiful, so they deserved a little more attention, and I think they got it. I also put a mascara in last month's Throwback Thursday because this is a mascara that I wasn't necessarily pulling for all the time, and it was getting on the older side, so I wanted to make sure and give it a little more attention so I could try and use it up. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. It's a great mascara. I really love it. I don't know why I don't pull for it as much as some of my others, but it is a really great mascara. I'm wearing it today, of course, and I think that I did really, really well with this one. I tried to pull for this pretty much every single time that I did my makeup, and I think I did really, really well with this one. And it's not quite empty yet, but it's getting really, really close. So I think that I'll be able to put this in my empties pretty soon. So I'm definitely happy about that one. And then the last thing from last month is this lip color. It's the Lorac Pro Matte Lip color in Rose Brown. It's a beautiful color. These are so underrated. They were hyped up a few years ago, I think. And, you know, again, with a lot of things on YouTube, people just kind of stopped talking about them. I have this one in Rose Brown, and then I have another one in Rose Taupe, I think is what it's called. They're gorgeous. They're super pigmented. They're easy to put on because they're that, you know, pencil type thing. It's definitely very matte, but it's not drying because it's not like a liquid lipstick. So if you like matte lips, but you don't like a liquid lipstick type of formula, you may really like these. They have tons of great colors. I find that they last really well too for just, you know, kind of a typical lipstick. And I enjoyed using this more this past month. I think I did pretty well with this one. So let's go through the products that I'm going to add in. The first one I actually am wearing today, and it's the blush that I have on my face. This is the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink blush. This is their old blush formula, which is partly why I wanted to add this into this project, because I feel like I need to use this more. They still sell this color in the new formula. I don't know how similar they are, if they're exact. You know, I know that they updated the formula. I don't know if the color is exactly the same, but this is beautiful. I love this blush. It is definitely, you know, a little bit powdery, but look at that color. It's just gorgeous, and it is pigmented, but I feel like it blends pretty easily. You just have to be careful to, you can see it's here blended out, you know, on my hand there, but you know, you just have to be careful to tap your brush a little bit and just go in with a light hand and you'll be fine. These are such good blushes. Even the new formula, they're just like a few dollars each, so they're really inexpensive. This is one that I kept. I just did a blush declutter. If you didn't see that video, that was just this past Monday. I will link that one up above for you, but this is one that I kept because I do really love it. It's, you know, a really inexpensive blush, but I think that it's fantastic. So even if you don't like this color, these Wet n Wild blushes are awesome. So I highly recommend these, but I just need to give it a little more attention because I don't get as much use out of it as I should, and it is their old formula. So I do have 3 eye products, so I'm hoping that I can do okay with these. The first one is an eyeliner, and this is the L'Oreal Silkissime liner in Cobalt Blue. And I bought this a while ago when somebody here on YouTube was talking about it. I don't know who it was, to be honest with you, but it's amazing. The formula is fantastic. I don't have any other liners in this Silkissime line. I don't know why, but it's really, really good. And this color is so gorgeous. It just glides on. It's such a beautiful color. Like, it's a bright, you know, it is a cobalt blue, but it's not too like in your face. It's not neon. So I just want to give this a little more attention. It could just add a nice pop of color. It'll be great for the springtime. I am hoping to give this a little more attention this month. The next one is an eyeshadow by Clinique. This is their classic, sorry, that's kind of blinding, their Black Honey shade. So they sell this in a lip color. They have like, I think, a Black Honey eyeshadow palette, but this is the Black Honey eyeshadow. It's just a single eyeshadow. And I'm gonna just take that little guy out so it doesn't fall. It's a really pretty eyeshadow. It's just, you know, with a lot of my single eyeshadows, I just end up reaching for palettes most of the time instead of reaching for something like this. But I want to give this some attention because it is gorgeous. It's such a pretty color. I know that this is not really like spring, but I don't really care. I will give this some attention. You know, it's sort of like a bronzy brown with like a maroon undertone to it, like has that reddish undertone. So it's a really unique color. The Black Honey color is a cult product for a reason, and I just need to use it more. It's such a good formula too. Like, look at that. That is really pretty. So it just deserves a little more attention, and I'm hoping to do that this month. And then the other one is a Milk Makeup Pigment, and these were hyped up like crazy when they first came out, and I don't hear about them as much anymore, you know, just typical YouTube stuff. But I actually wasn't totally crazy about this when I got it. I didn't feel like it was as amazing as people were making it seem. But I want to give it some more attention because I feel like maybe that first impression wasn't quite, because like that does look gorgeous. So maybe I just need to give it a little more of a try. This is such a great, easy color to use for me because I can put this all over the lid. I can use this as like a spotlight, like a halo eye. You know, there's so many things I can do with this color. So, by the way, this is the color Hotel Lobby. That's the name of this one. So it's a really pretty like champagne-y gold color. So you can see, I mean, I still have like a ton on my finger, and I put a ton on here. I did kind of squeeze out a lot, but it is gorgeous. So I am definitely hoping to use this more this month and really just decide how I feel about it too. Like, I just can't decide how I feel. And then the last thing is a lip product, and this is actually one of my absolute favorite lip products. So you may be wondering why I'm adding it into this Throwback Thursday. This is the Dose of Colors Liquid Lipstick in Stone. This is a cult product. People love this. I got this, you know, back when this was like super hyped up and when Dose of Colors did not have anywhere near the amount of colors that they have now. I have tons of their liquid lipsticks because it's really my favorite liquid lipstick formula. I love theirs, and this is one of my favorites, probably one of the two favorites that I have of theirs. And I got this one just by itself when I first got this, and like I literally ordered this liquid lipstick and that was it, and I didn't get more of them until later. And so this one is getting pretty old. The last time that I wore it, which was actually pretty recently, I noticed that the formula is changing a little bit. It still smells fine, you know, so I know it's not gone bad yet, but it's getting close. So let me swatch it for you. You can see the gorgeous color that it has. The formula is just kind of thinner than it used to be, I think. I don't know, I just noticed that it felt a little bit different, and like we're getting close, you know? Oh, look how gorgeous that. I know I went a little crazy with that swatch, but it's like a purpley, mauvey, nudie color. It's such a great color. I love this. And it's not like I need help using this. It's just that I can tell that it's getting to that point where I'm gonna have to toss it soon, and I wanna use up more of it, if not finish it, by the time it does go bad, because I love it and I'd hate to let it go bad. All right, everyone, so that is it for this month's Throwback Thursday. How do you think I did with last month's? What are you thinking about the products that I'm adding in for this month? I also really encourage you to do something like this in your makeup routine. Try and focus on some products that you know you haven't been using as much as you should. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you are not already. I would love to have you stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.